The United States is now an occupied country. Can you believe I have to say that? We're an occupied country. They're coming in, and they're by the thousands, and they have equipment that's military-grade equipment. How do they get that? They have military-grade equipment, but it will soon be an occupied country no longer. November 5th, 2024 will be Liberation Day in America. Liberation Day. Through our open border, Kamala Harris is also actively aiding and abetting the worst human traffickers, child smugglers, drug dealers, and bloodthirsty criminal networks on the planet. There's nobody worse than what she's catering to. They even have an app number where to call so they can dump off illegal migrants. They have an app. Can you believe it? They have cell phones. They have airplanes flying over the border loaded up with migrants that they're dropping all over our country. The cartel's profits have soared from relatively minor numbers to $13 billion from human trafficking alone under border czar. She doesn't want to be called border czar. She was the border czar, but you know. Just days ago, a young U.S. Marine Corps veteran named Nicholas Quets from Arizona was driving through Mexico very routinely. Who would think this could happen? For a beach weekend with his great friends. Yet everybody loved him. He had a lot of friends. When he was viciously gunned down on the highway and murdered by members of a Mexican cartel. And we're joined today by Nick's wife, Carrie, his father, Douglas, his mother, Patricia, his sister, Alexis, and his brother-in-law, Phil, and they're beautiful people. And if they'd like to come up, I'd love to have them just to honor their beautiful boy. I'd love to have them. Come on up. Oh, good. That's great. This is a great family, a perfect family, and what happened to them should happen to nobody.
You have to get out and vote. Stand shoulder to shoulder.
And for the trolls that say we're politicizing my son's death, I will tell you to go to the root of the word. It is the policy that contributed to my son being killed. It is the policy that's contributing to the death of other Americans, just like the video you saw that young lady. It is the policy that's contributing to fentanyl coming into the United States. Those are political failures, and we need to end them.
It's crazy. The 13,000 plus that we have, the killers, these are murderers from jails. Can you believe that? These were all murderers, convicted murderers, in jail, in prison, and we know nothing about them. In fact, we don't even know where they are. But they're out there someplace. I'm sure we have a few of them. Welcome. I'm sure we have a few of them sitting. This can give you a little bit of the yips, right? You're sitting down now and you don't know whether or not the guy next to you killed 5 people. No, we're going to get him out of here. We're going to get him out fast. We're going to get him out fast. And
tomorrow, if you're going to vote election day, great.
Kamala also launched a war on tip workers. Good place to talk about it. And service workers right here in Nevada, increasing the so-called tip allocation tax rate by 60%. That's why you don't hear them talking about no tax on tips. They don't talk about it because they're going just the opposite. In other words, even after Kamala wrecked your economy with inflation, she came after your tip income like a vulture would do, actually. We don't want murderers and drug dealers, and we don't want them to open their prisons. She talks about Project 2025 all the time. I have nothing to do with it. I've said it every way possible. I even said to a very good lawyer, am I allowed to sue them for continuously? We put it in writing. We said to, and the lawyer said, well, sir, you're running a campaign. You got a lot of liars in campaigns. You probably can't. Because I look, I see them, I say, whoa, there's a senator, one of the biggest senators and maybe the most powerful guy. Because Mitch doesn't have it anymore. No, he may be the most powerful guy in the Senate. And I'm very impressed with you, Sam. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. But nobody has given up more, right? Nobody has given up more who's run for the U.S. Senate than Sam Brown. Nobody. And we should put him in office. I came in first in 50 states. Think of it. For the nomination. First in 50 states. And then we went on to win the presidency of the United States. And then we won it a second time. But I guess we're going to have to do it a third time. We're going to do it a third time. And it's going to be, if we do it together, because it's not me, it's all of us. It's us together. It's we. It'll be the greatest event in the history of politics in America. I believe that. There'll be nothing ever like it.